Hi, I'm Asha from Skate Fresh and I'm here in Berlin and I'm with a special guest.
Hello, I'm Amir from Berlin.
And Amir has a YouTube channel and he's also an online student of mine. So he's been working with the beginner and the intermediate online course. So today's idea for the video actually came from Amir and it's related to the heel brake. So Amir, tell us about your idea for this video and where it came from.
Yeah, so I'm skating for about 1 year and I'm start taking to the streets and I'm relying a lot on my heel brake for emergency stops.
Yep.
And I'm asking myself a lot, okay, if I were to remove that, what would replace that?
Genius question. Everybody who is skating without a heel brake or thinking about removing their heel brake should be asking that question. What could replace it? So what we decided to do is we're gonna have Amir doing heel brake stops and me doing other stops, and we're gonna see how they compare. Okay, because there are many other options of stops that we could do. All right, so we're going to try and go at the same speed each time, so it's kind of scientifically accurate, let's say.
Yeah.
And then we're going to have a line, and we're going to do various stops. So Amir always heel braking, me doing various others. Let's have a go. Okay, so the first method I'm going to do is the T-stop. So let's compare heel brake stop and my T-stop. Let's go. Okay, are we going the same speed? Hold my hand. We're going the same speed. Okay, brake. Oh, I'm trying. So we're going the same speed. Let's see. Right, go. Oh. Yeah, the T-stop, not a great emergency stop, okay? It's certainly necessary for street skating, but it would never be my choice in an emergency situation, all right? Let's do the stepping plough. I usually combine it with T, so let's go same speed. Are we going the same speed? Yes. Right, stepping plough's better than the T slightly. Let's do a second, just for consistency.
What does it say about your technique with the T-stop?
Yeah. Right, same speed. Right, so still stepping plough beats T. Now, some people would say that the spin stop could be next. Let's try the spin stop, but I might have to do T spin stop. Whoa!
You're cheating because when you're spinning, you go back.
Well, yes, that's the thing about the T-stop. The spin stop, it also took me, look at this, look at the error I took.
I think I started a little bit
I think you started a little bit early.
Yeah.
So
Again?
yeah, spin is okay, but it's never my favorite stop because of that width.
And also we are kind of like medium speed, so if we were to go faster, it wouldn't be a viable stopping method,
Exactly.
right?
I would not use the spin stop any faster than that, and even then I had to tee a bit first. I don't do sole slide because of my hip, so that is an option for people who have the flexibility. I don't. Okay, next one. It really has to be Powerslide next. And this is where the Powerslide begins to become, you know, the emergency stop. Yeah, we're getting there.
But still like only half a skate.
Exactly, and the point is the heel brake is king in a lot of ways. Right, I'm going to give you
And I'm only skating for 1 year. How long do you skate?
Many. Good point, very good point. One little tip with the heel brake, if you're trying to do it in an emergency, once you've put the brake on, imagine pushing it forwards as you go for that final. So gentle on and then push it forwards as you sit down more, you'll stop even quicker. Let's do one more. So I didn't see what you were doing then. Wow, you beat me. That was good. Wow, the heel brake is good, huh? But can you see just how effective the heel brake is? This is why I'm such a fan. And this is why I really encourage intermediate skaters like Amir, don't take it off until your Powerslide is this good. Oh. Oh, you see, Powerstop is exactly the same. And the Powerstop is up there with being one of those incredibly, you know, emergency stops. And the heel brake stops just as fast. That is such great proof. Yay!
Thank you, Asha.
So I think we've ascertained that the heel brake is fantastic. Yeah, it's a really, really brilliant method. And it's hard to beat it with other methods. But if you're going to skate without a heel brake, you must have, in my opinion, T-stop, steppy plough, sole, and Powerslide. Sole depends if you've got the flexibility, etc. Magic slide is even harder. Yeah, but so I always look at the skills starting easier.
And I also want to address another thing, because even people in my videos commented that I should remove the heel brake because I'm relying it too much and it gives like a false sense of security, which I don't think so, because if it stopped me from crashing into a car or a child, it's not false. And I do practice a lot T-stops and other stopping method while having the heel brakes.
Well done, well done. And I totally agree. This giving you a false sense of security is absurd, because it's a real sense of security, because you can stop as fast as I can stop. And I've been skating 42 years and you've been skating 1. That's why I love the heel brake. That's why I think every beginner and intermediate should use it. And you should only remove it. My advice is remove it when you've got 3 or more functioning good stops, yeah? And when you haven't touched your heel brake in 3 months. So, right, when your Powerslide becomes better, then you say, I'm not going to touch my heel brake, I'm just going to deal with street skating life without it. Yeah, and then you slowly come off the heel brake. Definitely people tend to have one scissor side stronger than the other, and you know, your approach was to get rid of that weakness. But I think if you've got one heel brake that works, it's going to serve you extremely, extremely well. We just proved it. It's a really great stop. 1 year of training, when you can do it specifically, works. Okay. Well done, Amir. Thank you so much for helping us prove some of the critics wrong, I hope. And if you've got a heel brake and you're thinking of taking it off, I hope this helps you gauge when is just the right time to do that.
Okay, thank you, Asha.
You're welcome. Lots of love from Berlin. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, that was a shit one.
Sorry.